Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to look at a topic that is so overlooked in our society. And I want us to look into it together. Um, People are out here tired. Um, we just get ourselves involved in everything and anything. Um, and we title it as our ambition. And so, what we do is we start building businesses and relationships or just foundations that we start on our own. There's no foundation, we didn't invite God into it. Ambition in itself is a really amazing thing because if you don't have any, then that's going to be a problem not only for you but for your generation to come, right? But ambition usually has the tone where you are doing this on your own, right? You are going out to pursue something, right? And so you open a door that you were never meant to open. And from that open door, you start carrying burdens that you were never meant to carry alone, right? And so when the going gets tough and the tough gets going, then you don't have the ability to withstand and to continue. And doors will close and door will open, right? But if the door is closing and you did not build from a foundation where you're not alone, then everything crumbles on your shoulder. You don't have anybody to turn to or to look up to help you to carry that load, right? And I'm sure many of you that watch this video today can attest to that. Ambition can be getting into a relationship, getting involved with someone who looks good on the outside. They tick a couple of the check marks on your list. But when it came down to the nitty gritty and the substance of that relationship, the only thing that you have in common is what's on the outside and not what's on the inside, right? Ambition is you saying, I'm going to open this business. It's trending. I can make some money from it. It looks good, but you burn out. You burn out because you don't have any direction, right? You burn out and you can't sustain yourself because you're operating in your mindset from your understanding, right? And so if many of you are in business, you can attest to this. I'll give you my own testimony. My business is not lacking in any way, right? And by the grace of God, I have been able to scale that business. However, right in the pandemic, I decided to launch a business. I decided to go back into the wedding industry, but the market had crashed. I'm sure all of you can attest to that. However, decor was trending, but it was in the balloon industry. And so I decided to explore the alternative, which was to do balloon styling. And let me tell you, when I started balloon styling, let me tell you, that thing skyrocketed and it took off like nobody's business. And the money that I made each year from becoming a balloon stylist was more than I was earning for a year in my full-time job, right? But because it's something that was trending, it wasn't unique to me. And it was difficult to put my own spin on it because it's a skill that you develop, right? And so anybody can develop that skill. It might look different, but they can develop the skill. It's not an industry that is regulated, so it could be your full-time job, but somebody else is doing it as a hobby and they charge half the price that you are charging, and then it starts to affect the overall business. And while you have earned from this, is it sustainable? Because it is a trend, right? And so trends do not last. It was just an ambition. I'm just using this as an example to show you that ambition can earn you some money and it can take you a long way, but oftentimes it will not sustain. Now, assignment, on the other hand, comes from God. And so when God gives you something to do, He's given it to you to do based on the ability that He already knows that you have. He's given that assignment to you because He knows what your future is going to look like. And He knows that His plans for you are good. So watch this now. When you operate from your assignment, you can sustain. I'll give you another example. If you marry the man that God has for you, it's easier to stand behind him. But when you marry a man that God didn't intend for you to marry, it can either break you or make you, right? So you want to make sure that in life, in your business and your personal life, that you are actually on an assignment. An assignment allows you to create a legacy for those that are coming behind you. An assignment also allows you to make impact. Whereas ambition is like a trend, it fades over time. So my question to you midway this video, what do you want to be remembered for? What is the impact that you are here to make? Do you think the ambition that you are carrying now will take you to the level that you need to get to so that you can actually make impact in your business or your personal life? Which part of the journey are you on? Are you trapped in your ambition, or are you carrying out your God-given assignment? So ambition in itself is not evil, right? But when it's unsubmitted to God, it becomes your master and it drives your intentions, right? But when it's submitted to God and you're aligned to it, it comes with rest. No longer saying, I will make this happen, but you now switch your mindset to saying, God, let's do this together. So in essence, ambitions fuels anxiety, but your assignment will take you into divine alignment with God, what God has in store for you. So many kingdom entrepreneurs are building systems with worldly foundations. I mean, you can be building something that is amazing, but it doesn't honor God. Now let's take a look at Psalms 127 verse 1. Unless the Lord builds a house, they labor in vain that builds it. And what this is saying is, invite God into what you are doing so that you don't labor in vain. Assignment, let me tell you, assignment carries a grace that cannot be manufactured. It's not something that you can buy. And it comes with provision because God releases that over to you when He sends you out on an assignment. Jesus was fully man and fully God. And He could have gone out and done a lot of things on His own and gotten a lot of fame behind His name because He had the power to do it. But if you notice what He did, He only moved when God said a move. So whatever you are carrying today, if today you are feeling tired, exhausted, 10 steps forward seems to always feel like 10 steps backward. You are doing something, but you feel like you're always performing, or you feel like you always need validation to continue to do what you are doing, then it might be a pivotal time for you to take a step back and say, hey, who am I doing this for? Am I acting out of assignment, or am I just doing this based on an ambition that I have? Will I be able to sustain if I continue this way? I cannot make this up. When you are in alignment with your assignment, let me tell you, some doors will open for you that you never expected for them to open. I cannot make this up. And if you are a business owner, this can be something that you have experienced in your business or in your personal life. When things are aligned, you don't have to look for favor. It will chase you down. When you're solely operating out of ambition, you spend your time knocking on every neighbor's door just to let them know that, hey, I'm doing this and I need your support. I'm not saying that you should market what you're doing, but if you have to be begging somebody to support you, begging for sales, and just constantly chasing trends, just constantly performing, let me tell you, it might be time for you to do a little recheck. So hear me out and hear me well. What if I told you that your assignment could be that thing that you have struggled with, that relationship that broke down for you, that business that failed for you several times? Because what I understand about God and the things of God is that He builds out our character, and He gives us things that are unique to us that we can also use to make an impact on others, and those things actually are our purposes that we can turn into legitimate profit. What if it's the information that you've gathered over time trying to run your small business? So your assignment might look different from what you expect, but if you pray, ask the Lord for discernment and direction, and He will provide that for you. Some of you are now operating out of assignment because you realize that the information that you can gather from your own experience or your past is much more valuable than a skill that you can learn that is not necessarily unique to you, because so many other people are doing it. But when your purpose, sometimes your purpose is attached to your pain, and from that pain comes your assignment. So give God a chance. Ask Him what He wants you to do in this season, and ask Him if there is an assignment that He wants you to carry out. And if for any reason you resonated with this video today, and you realize that you've chosen your own ambition and that it's not bringing you any peace and rest, pray about it. Ask God to release you into the assignment that He wants you to do. If this video resonated with you, please do go ahead and drop a comment below for me so I know that this is helping you. Also, I want to provide you with some clarity that you can look into on your own. Go to my description. There is a link there, and it links you to a form that you can fill out to request a workbook from me that will help you to align to your purpose and your assignment. It's free. I'm not charging you for it. It's there for you if you are interested in it. Also, if you have a question that you would like me to answer for you, I'd be happy to answer that. There's also a link in the description that links you to a form where you can submit your questions for me, and I will answer them here on the channel, or I will send you a private message. Thanks for joining me today, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.